Rise from your grave.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Vape Ghost, my fellow samurai and ninja warriors here in Nioh 2. I've got a little thing for you. Alright, normally we just straight go live, but we're doing a recording today for you guys here on YouTube. I'll let you just keep a look at this while I'm talking. What we're doing today is a trick, a technique, a grind. You want to bypass your friends, you want to catch up with your friends, you just want to be a badass at the game and not have to block stuff. So you want to get as high levels as you can. What we're going to go through today is a way to farm sake and then turn around and farm Amrita. This process for both is what I would call rather quick, and I don't know of any other way that you can farm as sake or Amrita faster. So if you follow this, guaranteed to get some levels quick and start whooping some Nioh 2 tail. All right. Obviously, I'm going to be able to do this kind of quick. My level isn't the highest, but it's pretty good. I could make this more efficient by switching gear to speed running gear, but I don't believe that any of that's necessary. And you can start doing this. You can start doing this really about midway through New Game Plus. It'll work during regular game, but you won't get the same amount of Amrita. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get on into it. All right, the first thing you want to do is go into soaring. Okay, and I'm going to do this first part. I messed that up. Do this first part in Way of the Samurai. The first part is farming sake. A full run to farm the sake takes just under 1 minute. Again, if you use Tiger Running Scrolls, Sneak Scrolls, you can get this done a lot faster. You might be able to cut it down to 50 seconds, which I've done and is possible. But either way, under a minute to get a sake for a full run, that's from start to start, is pretty quick. We're going to go to here to Hidetatsu's Dying Witch. And when I say a minute from start to start, I'll show you what I mean. Alright, we're going to begin our mission. You should note that right behind me, although it's not super duper visible, I have 0 Amrita, and that's important. Make sure you go into this sake farming run with 0 Amrita. Alright, I'm going to start up a stopwatch here. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hit the stopwatch and the X button, which is also conveniently right here, hiding, at the exact same time. And that's what we're going to do from start to start, and that's what I will count for a full run to grab the S sake. Alright, just straight running through it. You could spend the time to pop some Tiger and Sneak Scrolls, but I find it to be rather unnecessary. We're just going to run straight to this guy and go on. Another guy might show up behind me, and in that case, we're going to hit him too. And this is where... Whoa, 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 don't pick up that guy. Oh, that would have slowed me down. Alright, we got our sake. We're going to go ahead and use a branch to get out, and we'll lose all of our Amrita, but that's okay, because we only picked up 1,300. So we didn't lose much. Okay, we're currently at 40 seconds to pick up, and we'll be able to hit the next start button here in just, 10 seconds or so. Alright, so even having to kill that enemy and almost raising that Revenant. Stopwatch, we're now at 1 minute and 2 seconds. So obviously, yeah, you can get this. There it is. 1 minute and 7 seconds. And that is a full run. So let's see if I can navigate a little bit left here, avoid him, and avoid that other guy. Okay, pick up the sake. And then obviously that run's going to be much faster. And we'll go ahead and lock in the time on that one. That one's going to be much faster. That's going to be close to 52, 53 seconds. We'll only do this just one more time after this, so we can kind of get an average, and you can see how fast this really is. Okay, that run was 55 seconds. So we shaved off 11 seconds on that run. And this time, instead of hitting the start button, I'm going to go ahead and hit the stop button on my lap timer as soon as that X pops up. Or hell, we could stop it here because this is the last of our runs. But that's what determines what a full run is, in my opinion. Really, you could call it like many other people say, oh, it only takes 30 seconds, and it does. But you still have to get through all of this stuff, which does, in my opinion, it does take time. So why not count it as a full rotation to get your stuff? All right. Roughly 58 seconds on that. So with that being said, in 3 minutes, we got 3 sakes. And so that means really for just 20 minutes, you can farm up 20 sakes really quick. 20 sakes is going to give you a load of Amrita, especially if you know how to use it. Right. I'm just going to go ahead and branch out. Or, well, I'll go ahead and get the sake. Why not? And then we'll move on. All right. I've ran this right about 10 times. The goal from these 10 S sakes should yield 50 million Amrita. That is our plan. Okay. Now we're not going to use all of those. I'm just going to run it twice. We're going to go down to Dawn in Way of the Strong, Dream of the Strong, excuse me. And we're going to go to my favorite mission ever, Refined Man of the Underworld. So this is a gauntlet style where you're going to have lots of things to face. And before we do that, we want to put a couple of things in our quick bar. We're going to take off the Divine Branch, remove shortcut. And we're going to make sure that we have an sake in a place where it's going to be useful. All right. This is where you guys get to use your brains and figure out what would make this more efficient. Okay, so yeah, I do have 10. All right, to get as much Amrita as I can, I'm going to run a few things. Like I said, you can probably find stuff to make this more efficient. But here's what we're going to run. Power Pills is going to absolutely help us for your build, figure it out right, to help us decimate, just increase our power. Extraction Talismans. I want life back. Obviously, I want the Amrita, but I also want life back off of Amrita gain. Protection, Barrier, and Rejuvenation is just going to keep me healthy going through it. The S sake and an Inspiriting Gem. These are going to, again, they're just going to give you Amrita. It's going to keep you healthy, and it's going to make sure that your living weapon, your yokai shift gauge, stays full. All right, Refined Man of the Underworld. We're going to go ahead and begin the mission. No cups necessary. All right, if you're not familiar with how the S sake works, let's go ahead and talk over it. Increases the amount of Amrita you acquire. The more enemies you defeat, the stronger your effects grows. With the release of some of the new patch content, there is one other mission at very, 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 very end game where this S sake grind may net you more Amrita, but I don't know if it'll be any faster. But yeah, basically the more enemies you defeat, the more Amrita you get moving forward. So the goal is to beat as much as you can, as fast as you can before your S sake runs out. All right. First things first, I'm going to go ahead and fill up my purple bar. I'm going to use a boatload of these because I've got them to fill up that. All right. After that, again, use your best judgment on things that you want to use here. And obviously do it quickly. After that sake, we're going to town. Alright, now if we timed this, I should be able to do this run, defeat this mission in about 1 minute and 30 seconds. Not stand still. And obviously you guys see my playstyle is standing here and taking abuse, being sloppy with my dodges. Super sloppy. Super sloppy. There we go. Alright. So that gave us 3.8. I was really hoping for 5. Times that I've seen 5 is when you run... Actually, you know what? Let's do it this way. I forgot about this. Here's how you really do this. That's good. That netted us 3.8 million in 2 minutes. Closer to 3.5 minutes. So to get more Amrita, we need to kill more enemies. We're going to make it slightly harder, but this is going to give us more enemies. All right. We're going to go to the Torii Gate. And we're going to see how this works out for us. Expedition. Custom match, create a room. When we do it in expedition mode, remember, there ends up being more enemies. So choose mission, Dawn, Refinement of the Underworld. We're going to make sure that we're in Way of the Strong. And let's see if this nets us a little bit more. Again, I'd like to see 4.8 million off of this. We were able to kill everything before the sake ran out. But either way, a half hour of grinding this out, even if you're only getting 4 million, that's a lot of millions really quick. I'm losing it with the order in which I pop shit. Yep, we got extras. Yeah, fill up our purple bar the rest of the way. Find out what else is lurking around over here. There you are. Active shooter. Get rid of this guy. He's annoying. health. This thing is annoying. There we go. Okay, I could get my buffs up. I'm not going to worry about that. There it is, 5.5. That is a good run. Extraction talismans. Now I did use some Amrita shards, but still, I not millions worth. So I think that was a good run. All right, so I think you guys can get it from here. Truthfully. So I do appreciate it. Happy hunting. Get that sake, get that Amrita. And that makes me out. Thanks everybody, and we'll see you on stream. Twitch.tv/watch_VG712. Thanks everybody.